What do you say we take a look at the four stories for your day? Officials pulled a body out from a mangled car in Mount Pleasant this morning. Dispatchers confirmed an SUV accident and a fire on Shoals Drive late last night. No other information has been released.
At 5:20, we are recapping our top local stories this morning. Charleston police say meth-making materials were found in a stolen car parked at Citadel Mall. Hazmat teams are called out to clean up that scene last night. No one was hurt. No word yet on any arrests.
Now take a look at some of the scene from earlier this morning when firefighters arrived. And very much so, it was a blaze, but luckily they were able to contain it to just Senor Tequila restaurant. And we talked to officials here on scene, and they said that was possible because of a firewall inside the restaurant. And they said they view that as an accomplishment, that they were able to keep the fire right there. But unfortunately, smoke did damage some neighboring businesses, including Angel Nails and Ultra Tan.
All new this morning, that call for help made just hours before people watched a Lowcountry woman drive a car full of kids into the ocean.
He's talking about Jesus and that there's demons in my house.
Plus, new reaction from the people who pulled those kids back onto the beach.
I'm just too upset I love this community. It's been so rewarding to me to be a part of this community that I would hate for things to be negatively impacted.
The decision has been made. The College of Charleston Board of Trustees announces its pick for college president.
It is 5:20. We are recapping our top local stories now. Lawmakers in a mad dash to get a spending deal done. The House and Senate are still at odds over expanding the state's full-day 4-year-old kindergarten program and aid for local governments. The legislative session ends Thursday. The fiscal year starts July 1st. Well, Congressman Mark Sanford and his ex-wife Jenny could be back in a Lowcountry courtroom today. A hearing is set for this afternoon. Representative Mark Sanford is accused of violating the terms of his divorce. The accusation comes from Sanford's ex-wife. We don't know exactly what the complaint is because court documents in the case are sealed. And the College of Charleston Cougars on the doorstep of greatness. The team one win away from reaching a super regional in the NCAA tournament. Their game in Gainesville last night was postponed because of rain. They'll play later today, win one, and they move on. CFC is the only team in the state that's still alive. Our Darren Stoltzfus is in Florida right now, and you can follow him at DStoltzfus WCIV on Twitter for updates from Gainesville.
Welcome to the University of South Carolina, Beaufort. One university serving students on 2 campuses.
The Hilton Head Gateway campus and historic Beaufort campus.
USCB offers bachelor degrees in 15 areas of study.
It is the fastest growing 4-year university in South Carolina.
Offering the most affordable tuition of any 4-year university in the state.
USCB is proud to offer something
for every student.
There's never been a better time to discover USCB.
To learn more, visit uscb.edu.
At CBC National Bank, we're proud to be the locally owned, locally focused bank that families and businesses here in the Lowcountry have turned to for well over a decade. We're not into delays, hassles, and why? We're into decisions, help, and why not? From checking and lending to the very latest in online services, everything we do is all about you. This is a great place to live. Let us show you why we're a great place to bank. Member of the FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Happy Water Festival!
Sanctuary Golf Club at Cat Island is open to the public and only 5 minutes from historic downtown Beaufort. Our 18-hole golf course offers rolling greens and spectacular views of the Intracoastal Waterway. Our full-service restaurant, Cat Island Grill and Pub, overlooks the 18th green and offers lunch, dinner, and Sunday brunch. We are also available to host and cater your special event. Memberships begin at $99 per month. Amenities include a 2-acre pool complex boasting 4 pools, 2 tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Join now for no initiation fee. Make us your sanctuary.
To McAllister Fieldhouse we go. The Bulldogs licking their chops to get back out on the court, and it goes well last night for them. Tom Koopman, the freshman, with a little lefty hook, looking good. It's his only 2 of the night. More from the Citadel in the first half. Dylan Setsakorn with the 3. 12 points, 5 boards for Setsakorn off the bench. Not a bad night for him. Second half, and Presbyterian makes their comeback. William Truss, huge for PC last night. The bucket inside. Truss with a game-high 20 on the night. More from Truss off the block. He gets the ball. He gets it to go for the Blue Hose. Nice night for him, but in the end, too much Citadel in this one. Too much Ashton Moore. He leads the Bulldogs with 19 points. The Citadel picks up their first win of the year over Presbyterian, 82-68. The final, Chuck Frizzell relieved.
We shot the ball well. We shot the ball well. It's something we hadn't done the last 2 games, and I think that gave us a great chance to win. We also defended well in the first half. Second half, we broke down a little bit with that big guy they had inside. We didn't do a real good job on him, but the combination of the 2 gave us the win.
High school hoops tonight. Wando Bishop England, a non-conference affair. Jamez Rogers coming up with the dish, the assist. Get you 10 a game, Jamez. I'll give you 20. Tyler Majewski hits the 3. BE down early, but they scrap. They fight. Dylan Corbett spins, hits the hoop. Wando has their own D. Wade, Darius Wade. He's going to hit the 3. Yeah, there it was. No, that was Jamez. They still got a D. Wade. Second half, Wando up big. Trey Wigfall off the bench drops the 3 ball, and this things get much weirder than this. Warriors on the fast break. Jackson Dunaway going to find Jackie Bradley DeLongshaw Jr. That's a fact, Jack. And then there were the players, a chance for these seniors to showcase their talents in front of NFL scouts. The American team comes out chucking. One-time ACC Rookie of the Year, Danny O'Brien, finishes his career at Catawba, hits Jeremy Butler of UT Martin. That would set up the first score of the game. It was 6-3 Americans when DJ Adams of Portland State turns the corner, makes a couple of nice cuts. The 19-yard touchdown run, 13-3 at the half. Second half, DJ Adams back at it again, scored the only touchdown of the half, 23 the final, and a can't-miss experience for a couple of guys who used to prowl the sidelines.
Yeah, when you've had a career in it like I have, you're excited about coaching the game, and it doesn't matter what kind of game it is because the young men make it special.
I love this community. This is where I started. We've had a house here for 36 years. My wife wouldn't sell that house. They offered all the money in China. She's not selling that house. So.
Fierce orange flames and stifling black smoke rise into the night sky. North Charleston firefighters desperately trying to knock down the flames as those who live nearby this house of God and of hope watch in disbelief.
I was in my house. I heard the fire trucks. I saw the boarding home on fire. It was engulfed in fire.
People in this neighborhood call it the White House, home to at least 7 men trying to make the transition from homelessness in hard times to a better life.
And when I saw it burn down, I was like, man, those guys have nowhere to go. This was the last step for them.
Jonathan Golden has served as minister here for the past 6 years. He was inside when the fire started. Now only concerned not with the remains of a burnt-out building, but continuing his mission.
We're still waiting to find out what is the cause of the fire, but this ministry is in a little drama right now. We need help.
And from the ashes and the rubble, these once broken men are asking their community to rally around them and help them come back from the brink.
This ain't going to stop us. We're going to keep pushing forward and trusting in the Lord, and we can get this back going because it's a lot of people depend on it.
We had an opportunity to speak with all of our 3 finalists. Then we had deliberations of the 3 finalists, excellent candidates. And the choice was Lieutenant Governor McConnell.
McConnell is a 30-year politician with a legacy and state house status. But since his candidacy was announced, faculty, staff, students, and NAACP leaders protested, calling him unfit to serve in higher education.
We have certainly taken in consideration input from all of our constituent groups throughout the campus. You're not going to get everyone to agree on each of the candidates. That's why the Board of Trustees has that tough choice, and we've certainly have made that choice.
Meanwhile, current and former students digest what's been done on their behalf.
Faculty and staff were polled, and only 11%. So it was 67% for Saunders, 44% for Incarnation, and 11% for McConnell. And even despite all of that, the Board of Trustees still offered him the position as president, and I feel like that's a blatant slap in the face.
I didn't want to believe that they were going to offer him this position, but also considering that the way that South Carolina is, all the backroom deals, is also not surprising.
From here, only time will tell if Glenn McConnell will be the next president of his alma mater.
This whole stretch of road between the bridge and Rolling Green needs to be improved. I'd like to see the road corrected. It's always been windy and a little dangerous.
The complaints haven't changed, but the road is about to.
Garlington Road has been a dangerous place since I've lived here.
Maudie Smith has lived off Garlington Road for 13 years and says speed, traffic, and the curve of the road all contribute to the hazards.
It's just a dangerous place because the cars coming off of Pelham Road come down so fast, they come down on the yellow line.
After battling to see the road improved, a local company took matters into its own hands, putting up a sign at the very curve that has caused so many accidents.
It's just a bad place, a very bad situation.
Enough's enough.
Now the State Department of Transportation is moving forward with plans of its own, including the use of eminent domain wherever necessary in order to complete the realignment of Garlington Road and the replacement of the existing bridge over Rocky Creek. Barbara Walters has been hoping to see the road fixed since we spoke with her last July.
You don't realize when you turn off Pelham that you're going to come across a curve that's so steep and dips down, and you can lose control quite easily.
Meg Bites knows that reality firsthand after almost being in a wreck less than a month ago.
I had a friend sat next to me who sort of went, "Oh," as we approached the bridge because we didn't know whether he was going to move over in time.
And not staying in between the lines is something our cameras have been able to easily see.
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't using my brain when that all happened.
Thrust into the world of me first to me last.
I like my life too much like it is right now, so I can't have a baby in there.
Sleepless nights. It's never-ending spending money. Kids have no idea the kind of money that goes into raising a child.
Every year in the state of South Carolina, hundreds of teenage girls and boys become mothers and fathers. Meet Candace McConnell. She's 18 years old, not quite finished with high school, and...
Oh my gosh, I'm having a baby. I was just shocked. It was just, whoa.
Candace let us see her through the process of having a baby. You're meeting her just days before delivery, and the consequences of her actions weigh heavily on her mind.
I went and took 3 tests, actually, and the first one was a dud. Nothing showed up on it, and the second 2 came out positive.
So, how is she going to take care of her baby and herself without a high school diploma and no job?
It's just something you have to live with. You carry on, you know. Life goes on no matter what you do, you know, so you have to deal with it.
And she'll be dealing with it without her boyfriend. Candace says he didn't even want to come to the hospital.
I grew up in the church, and I was raised in the church, and I was taught that sex before marriage is wrong.
But like so many other teenagers, Candace wasn't necessarily thinking about right and wrong before she got pregnant. That's something Carrie Urim sees a lot.
It's really hard to think ahead and think, the person that I'm in love with when I'm 17 is more than likely not going to be who I'm going to marry. So I've got to take into consideration that we've got to work out custody, we've got to work out visitation, we've got to work out financial arrangements.
And 9 months later, Candace has no other choice but to think about her actions.
Nervous, scared, everything, excited, ready.
This is the moment of truth for Candace. She's only hours away from bringing a new life into this world.
Hard, really hard, painful, but I'll get through it.
This is another reality of having a baby that so many teenagers don't consider. But it's just one more consequence of becoming a premature parent.